Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Missy at Missy's Yarniverse and more. How are you? Today is, when you're seeing this, Wednesday. So that means it is Wipeout Wednesday, and we're going to try this for a second time because I just finished recording it and I'm getting pretty good about doing a real quick playback partially to check for some errors, and there was no sound. There was no sound. So we are doing it all over again. So Wipeout Wednesday. What is that for those that are new here? Because I do have several newbies. Wipeout Wednesday is this publication right here, Annie's Crochet, A Year of Dishcloths, and it's got 52 different dishcloths by Maggie Weldon, which is available through Amazon, Annie's Crochet, and every now and again you can find it in the used online bookstores like thriftbooks.com, and some libraries also have this. Mine, however, does not, hence why I have the physical book. But how did this come about? Well, our lovely yarny friend Sam over at Memphis Makes had just finished a 2-year-long segment called Tile of the Week Thursday, and our lovely yarny friend Laura, better known as Lala to the yarny community, from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, as a joke, had showed this and said, "Hey, Sam, you just finished Tile of the Week Thursday. How about another year of a make-along and doing dishcloths?" To which Sam said, "No, no, no," but not in those exact words. And so there was some conversations had. Uh, there was a double dog dare and a triple dog dare. And we all know Laura. She cannot back down from either one of those. And she did not, in true to form, Laura. And so a year of dishcloths became a thing. A bunch of us have joined in on the bandwagon with her. We have been making along with her, and we have been having a lot of fun, even though sometimes, due to pattern strangeness or incompleteness, we are going rogue. But it's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad we've been doing this, and I can't wait to see what the next year-long thing is that somebody's going to host, because, yeah. So, Laura, you better be thinking of something to do after this is done, or know someone who is going to do it. Anyways, it is broke down into the 4 seasons. You have spring, summer, fall, and winter. Last fall, Laura decided it would probably be a good idea to start with the winter section, which was the longest one. And that way we would have the dishcloths all done for the holidays if we were going to choose to gift them or whatever. We completed that. I think our last reveal for the last dishcloth at Christmas time was on Christmas. And from there, we started on the spring section, to which 3 weeks ago, we finished that one up. And now we are working on the summer, and we have just finished for the reveal today, the 3rd dishcloth in the summer section. Laura has a little magic container. She has written every single dishcloth for that whatever section we are on, which right now is summer. Each one has a little piece of paper, and she draws one out at random every week, and that is the one that we have to do, which is making it fun because you're not going in order and be like, "Oh, next week I don't want to do that one," because we don't know. So, which one did we have for the 3rd week that we are revealing today? Well, last week, Laura pulled, and I'm only going to show a partial page because I don't want to show the pattern, the Summer Rose, which I was excited about because I was already starting to miss all the floral dishcloths from the spring section. So I was like, yes, yes, yes. And this one, I love the looks of it, everything else. The only thing I found when I got to where the pattern ends, it was a little bit on the small side. So I did add a couple of extra rounds and a real simple, thought I turned my volume down on my phone, sorry. And I added a real simple slip stitch chain 1 border to give it a little bit of frilliness to go along with the floral theme. But yes, so Summer Rose was picked. What color or colors did I choose? In hers, she used yellow for the center rose, and then this green, and then orange. I didn't want to do the same colors. And if you're thinking, oh, Missy went purples again, no, she didn't. I'm really surprised with myself because I started pulling out the purples and I was like, you know what? I came across this one in my cotton bin and I was like, oh, I really want to use that one. So the color that I picked for the rose is from Hobby Lobby's I Love This Cotton. And it is rose number 2. If there was a rose number 1, I don't think I ever saw it or had it, but it says rose number 2 right there. And this is, of course, a 4-weight 100% cotton, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, 180 yards or 165 meters. And they suggest a US 8 or 5 millimeter knitting needle and a US I9 or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So my rose is in rose. Perfect, perfect. And then the second color for the main body of the dishcloth, I picked this light pink. I have used this for a long time on some embroidery work on some amigurumis and stuff. It doesn't have a label. It was just laying in one of the bags of cotton I have in there that I've been using that has like black and stuff like that in it. I have no idea the exact name of it. I do know it's Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. I think it's like light pink, or something like lightest pink. I'm not sure because there's no label. So I thought those two went perfect together. And then for the green part, I'm still working on this green, guys. It's like, I've said it before and I will say it again. It's like the ever-loving gobstopper of cotton balls. Yeah. And I still didn't use it all. It is, and seeing how there's no label on it because it's so small, it is actually Mainstays 100% cotton from Walmart. And that's, yeah, that's a little better. 180 yards or 165 meters and 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. Number 4 weight cotton. And they recommend, let's see if I could read the label. 5 millimeter knitting needle and a 5 millimeter crochet hook. And I can't read what, is it US 8? I can't tell. But yeah. So this is what this one is. This just hasn't been broken into yet. I've been keeping it in the bag now with this, just in case we have something else with leaves or whatever, so I remember what it is. I knew it wasn't the Hobby Lobby cotton because that one's a little more brighter, like fluorescent-ish. So yeah, this was my color palette right here. Very pretty. Yes. I didn't do purple. I almost did. Almost did. But then when I was digging through the bag, this one just jumped out at me. And I was like, I really want to use this one. So I did. So what did my dishcloth turn out looking like? And like I told you, it's a little bigger because I added a couple extra rounds. This one's mine. This is that rose 2, that lighter pink. And I think this one is called lime green, even though it's a little darker than the lime green from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, where the pink ends is where this row right here is where the pattern ended. I added the additional round and then an additional half double crochet round. I think it was half double. Yeah, of the rose 2 with a little trim out of a slip stitch chain 1 all the way around. And I think it's pretty. It's the first one. I never did any of the florals in these colors. And I'm normally not a pinkish for like dishcloths in my kitchen, but this one did turn out pretty, if I do say so myself. Even though I didn't use purple this time, which was almost, but no. I did rose and light pink, and I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's really pretty. So, if you guys don't know who Sam and Laura are, their channels are in the description box. Head on over there and check them out. You will absolutely adore them like the rest of us do. I love all the content they put on their channels. Laura is an absolute hoot. You will love her. And I'm waiting for her next year along, and she's probably going to shoot me for that one. She'll be like, no, somebody else needs to figure it out. But yeah, and I'm looking forward to, if she hasn't already dropped the new video for this week, I'll be waiting with bated breath for it to drop later to see which dishcloth we're going to be making next. All I can say is I hope it's not the popcorn. I don't want to do the popcorn right now. And I better knock on wood, because I know if I don't, it's going to jinx me and we're going to end up doing that dead blank popcorn. Yeah. But anyhow, that is this week's update. Let me know in the comments if you're making along. I know some of you are. I know Ellen for sure. I can't remember who else is making along with the dishcloths. But anyhow, I am going to let you guys go. I am hopefully later today, because I'm trying to batch record for this week. Hopefully I'm going to figure out a video for Tuesday. We'll just have to see. Yeah, we'll just have to see. So if you see me on Tuesday and I'm still wearing this crazy Amigurumi lady t-shirt, you know that Missy was on her game and trying to get some stuff done, which I need to start getting this stuff taken care of. We need to do some reorganization and moving around some yarn and pulling some yarn that really needs to be used. And if it's off the shelf and in a tote and ready to go with a project, then I know I'm going to get it used. I need to pull projects for hospice blankets. And what I do is I like to pull the yarn, and whatever pattern I'm going to use, I'll label it or put the pattern in the bag with said yarn and line them up. And then as I'm ready to go, I can just pull them out. And that will get some yarn space available for newer yarn to go up into the yarnscape. Because I got a mess going on over here, and I really need to rein in the chaos and the terror. Yes, I do. But anyhow, I guess that's it for today. I will leave you with this. Life is not perfect, so be kind. Try and create something new every day and keep reaching for the stars in your yarn. So till next time, guys, love you bunches and talk to you soon. Bye for now.